I just love being uncomfortable. So putting myself in uncomfortable situations and yeah, make the best out of it. And then you come out stronger and you conquer. So I think that's gonna...
I don't think about these people because it's just talking. Listen, I long time go to my God. Boxing gets pieces my life. A lot of people say, hey, listen, you not take belt heavyweight, you not take belt 4 belt cruiserweight. You know what I say? We'll see. We'll see. For me, it doesn't matter. It's my road. Just my road. Blah 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 blah. It's just a lot of people. Yeah. Left sit.
Out, getting better, and that's what they're all been trying to do, you know, because he's thinking, if I can get this man angry, get this man mad, then he'll deviate from the game.
The press conference erupts into chaos as Rico Verhoeven aggressively confronts Oleksandr Usyk, turning the verbal exchange into a tense near-physical clash. Rico's intense energy and threatening remarks dramatically change the atmosphere, while Usyk remains calm and composed as security quickly intervenes. The explosive moment adds even more intensity to an already massive heavyweight crossover showdown.
Growing by the day, and more people are doing it to get fit, doing it just for fun, doing it to compete professionally, to make a living.
Johnny Nelson explains how Oleksandr Usyk has already cemented his place among boxing's elite by defeating top-level opponents and dominating the heavyweight division. The conversation now turns toward business opportunities rather than legacy alone, with the idea that massive crossover fights are driven as much by financial reward as competitive ambition.
Alexander, what he's done, he's wiped the floor with everybody. He's established himself at the top there. So now you look at him and you'll think, financially, will he be in a better position than Tyson Fury? No, not in my opinion. Anthony Joshua? No, not in my opinion. The big money fights aren't out there for him. So he's got to do something. He's got to put himself in a position where he's got to win, because he's proved he's top draw. So in this fight here, I think it creates interest, intrigue. I'm quite sure there's a healthy pay packet at the end of it. This is now business.
Eddie Hearn expresses serious concern about the fighter's current mental and emotional condition, suggesting that something appears off despite the athlete still possessing all the physical abilities needed to compete at the highest level. He cautions that even if confidence or focus is shaken, the fighter remains extremely dangerous inside the ring. However, the main concern revolves around the visible struggles outside the ring, which could significantly affect performance when the pressure is at its peak.
But he's going to be dangerous. Like, all the attributes that he has, they still exist, regardless of his mental state. But I see a kid in pain, you know? I've got to be honest with you, like, I don't see how people around him can be looking at his behaviour and being comfortable with it. And I don't think...
Rico Verhoeven explains his controlled fighting style and highlights how dangerous he becomes once he starts landing clean punches. He speaks confidently about transitioning from kickboxing into more boxing-focused exchanges, expressing excitement about relying on his hands more freely inside the ring. While his confidence is clear, the discussion also raises questions about how effectively that approach will work against elite-level boxing skills.
Very calculated, but yeah, when I connect, I connect. Like I said, there's a lot of weight behind these punches. So yeah, of course, within the kickboxing sport, I was used to just throwing the kicks and doing my thing, but now we get the opportunity to use the hands more. So Peter is like, oh, he's like crazy excited. He's like, finally, because we've been...
Eddie Hearn openly reveals that the tension between both camps has become so intense that security is now needed to keep them physically separated. His comments highlight just how volatile the situation has grown, even before an official fight has taken place. With emotions running extremely high, any future confrontation could quickly spiral out of control in a live setting.
You honestly think if these two come together like this, you know what's going to happen?
So what
I'm going to keep them apart by a wall of security.
Peter Fury confirms that both Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven are fully committed to this crossover showdown, describing it as a clash between two elite fighters from completely different combat disciplines. While acknowledging the strong interest from both sides, he also emphasizes how unique and unconventional the matchup truly is. By bringing together boxing greatness and kickboxing dominance, the fight is being driven more by reputation, curiosity, and global attention than by traditional boxing rankings or competitive merit.
Rico wanted the fight, Usyk wanted it. They said both of them, yeah, listen, both ultimate fighting men, aren't they? So fights like this are not going to be hard to win.
Rico Verhoeven openly compares Oleksandr Usyk to himself in terms of dominance within their respective sports, showing great respect for Usyk's consistency and achievements at the highest level. He presents the potential matchup as a legacy-defining moment rather than simply another competition. At the same time, the discussion subtly reveals the ambition behind the crossover challenge, suggesting Rico is pursuing recognition in a sport where he has yet to prove himself against elite-level boxing opposition.
Sure. And Oleksandr Usyk is the Rico Verhoeven in boxing.
Yeah.
So like he's been dominating for so long and in such phenomenal fashion. So I was like, wow, if we could do this, that would be like the cherry on the cake.
Oleksandr Usyk acknowledges the danger Rico Verhoeven brings to the table, recognizing him as a dominant kickboxing champion with genuine power, strength, and fighting ability. However, Usyk makes it clear that while many may view the matchup as entertainment, he is approaching it as a completely serious contest. His mentality reflects elite-level professionalism, showing absolutely no signs of complacency despite the crossover nature of the event.
It's big, it's real fight, it's a dangerous guy. It's a undisputed champion for kickboxing. He's a big guy, like a hard, but this is 50% show, 50% fight. But for me, it's 100% fight because I very serious in the training, my plan.
Paul Smith criticizes the idea of Rico Verhoeven receiving a major boxing opportunity without first building a proper professional boxing resume, highlighting the frustration felt by ranked contenders who have been waiting for their shot. While he admits that Oleksandr Usyk has earned a certain level of freedom because of his legacy and accomplishments, he still questions whether a fight like this should involve championship titles at all. His concerns focus on fairness within the heavyweight division and the way crossover fights can disrupt the traditional structure of boxing competition.
I've been boxing for a long time and not really done much in boxing at all to warrant a shot at Oleksandr Usyk when there's a queue so big. And indeed. You know what I mean? And that's the most important thing. The people who are sitting waiting for their shot in line are going to be fuming over this. Some would say, to counter their argument, Usyk's probably earned the right to have an easier one.
Aegis Climbers provides an update on Oleksandr Usyk's preparation, confirming that training camp is entering its final phase with everything progressing smoothly both physically and mentally. The atmosphere remains calm, focused, and well organized, with travel arrangements already underway for the next stage of camp. It reflects Usyk's disciplined and professional mindset, showing that he approaches every opponent with complete seriousness regardless of the crossover hype surrounding the event.
Very well. His preparation is already coming down in the very end, and soon as going to be back home in a week or so. Yeah, about in a week, maybe 10 days. We're going to Australia. He kind of looks kind of bumped up, but he looks in a very good shape. I saw his sparrings. I'm not going to talk about the sparrings, but I saw what's happening in the sparrings. And
Liam Goff strongly criticizes the entire situation, labeling the matchup as a gimmick and questioning how it has been elevated to world title level discussion. His argument centers around Rico Verhoeven's limited boxing experience, suggesting that he has not earned the right to compete for such a prestigious opportunity. The criticism reflects growing frustration within the boxing community over crossover fights bypassing traditional contenders who have spent years working through rankings, eliminators, and the established path to a title shot.
This is a joke. This is nothing but a gimmick fight, and it's even more shameless considering the fact, one, it's on pay-per-view, and two, it's for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Does Rico Verhoeven, with his one win over a decade ago against the guy who was 0-5, deserve a world title shot? Answers on a postcard. Can you play the recorder? No. That's the answer. This is shocking. Shocking stuff from Oleksandr Usyk. This is Oleksandr Usyk picking money Picking money over legacy.
Dave Allen acknowledges Rico Verhoeven's elite kickboxing pedigree, but makes a clear distinction when it comes to competing in professional boxing at the highest level. While he respects Rico's athleticism and combat experience, he believes there is a huge difference between being capable of boxing and being prepared to face the best heavyweight boxer in the world. His main concern revolves around the potential mismatch, suggesting the gap in boxing skill and experience could be far too large for the fight to be truly competitive.
But I'm not interested in. I like Rico Verhoeven, sparred him, know him, nice fella, very good kickboxer, one of the best of all time, but he's not a boxer. If he wants to fight,
Can he box?
yeah, he can box. He's a very good boxer, but he shouldn't be boxing the best heavyweight in the world. If he wants to do it as an exhibition, go and do it. I'm not interested in Usyk Verhoeven, just for the simple.
Aegis Climbers provides an update on Oleksandr Usyk's preparation, confirming that training camp is entering its final stage with everything progressing smoothly both physically and mentally. The atmosphere remains calm, focused, and highly organized, with travel plans already set for the next phase of camp. It reflects Usyk's disciplined approach and professional mindset, showing how seriously he treats every opponent regardless of their background or the crossover hype surrounding the fight.
No, it's not pressure for me. Listen, it's just fight. It's a boxing fight. It's a normal. I prepare for this fight. Everything okay.
Dave Allen acknowledges Rico Verhoeven's elite kickboxing background, but makes a clear distinction when it comes to competing in professional boxing at the highest level. While he respects Rico's athleticism and combat ability, he believes there is a huge difference between being able to box and being fully prepared to face the best heavyweight fighter in the world. His biggest concern is the potential mismatch, suggesting that the gap in boxing skill and experience may simply be too large for the contest to be genuinely competitive.
And I can see how the monetization vehicle of this works, but Usyk wouldn't be doing this unless there's a reason for it. There must be a motivation behind it. It must be some form of derivative as to what happened between the various disciplines crossing over within Ghana.
Dave Allen recognizes Rico Verhoeven's elite kickboxing credentials, but firmly separates that success from the realities of top-level professional boxing. Although he respects Rico's athletic talent and fighting pedigree, he stresses that there is a massive difference between having boxing ability and being truly ready to compete against the best heavyweight boxer in the world. His primary concern is the risk of a mismatch, with the belief that the gap in boxing experience and technical skill could be too wide for the fight to be fairly competitive.
Usyk steps in and will take on one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. I'm actually quite a big kickboxing fan, so I know quite a lot about him. I've watched a few of his fights over the years. They used to call him the Prince of Kickboxing, and then he elevated to the King of Kickboxing. I mean, he's a very, very, very good kickboxer who's got decent hands. I can't lie to you, it's funny.
Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Boxing Buzz and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos, too. Until next time, take care, music, and stay safe.